which is the perfect location.
Thank you.
Incredible. Yeah, what a gift. This is my first Comic-Con.
This is my first Comic-Con.
Yeah, amazing. Have you done this before?
Yeah, for over a decade, I lost track.
Wow. Have you been working here for over a decade? You've been working them?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
You've had this conversation so many times.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
It gets old. And then it
This
gets
one's
old.
going to be different because me and Addie are having a famous beef.
Yes.
We're beefing on the internet.
You're beefing on the internet?
That's right.
Tell me about it.
Well, go ahead, Addie. Why don't
No,
you tell
you
her all
go
about
ahead.
it?
Don't do that.
It's because she can't even remember what I did.
Yeah.
She's still pissed at me and she can't even remember what I did. So let's just squash it once and for all.
I don't know.
What do you think? Should we squash the beef once and for all?
Done.
All right, we just made up. We're good now.
Peace at Comic-Con.
We're good now. Now we can
Peace
sit
at
next to each other.
Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Well, Jefferson, you're kicking the cowboy boots to the side for a minute. For Hellboy. So
That's right.
Tell me that experience.
It's been amazing. I play a character on a show called Yellowstone named Jimmy, who's a goofball who finds himself in way over his head. And in many ways, Tom Farrell is a similar kind of character. So Tom Farrell in Hellboy the Crooked Man is a guy who at a young age, he fell in love with a witch and he sold his soul to the devil in exchange for a lucky cat bone that is supposed to keep him alive forever. So he sort of damned himself at a young age, and now 20 years later, he's come back to his hometown to try to take that deal back and get his soul back from the devil. And he very luckily on that journey runs into Hellboy and Bobby Joe Song.
And on that note, Bobby Joe Song is a rookie BPRD agent who works closely with Hellboy, and once their mission goes awry, they kind of end up on this epic journey together where they, meet Tom Farrell, meet Cora Fisher, Effie Kolb, the Crooked Man. Yeah.
Wow. And lots of action scenes? Who's involved in action scenes?
Yes and no, yeah.
It's kind of a folk horror film. The film
Yeah.
has a really lovely, sort of creepy, uncanny feel to it. You know, it's sort of slimy. It's a really effective folk horror film, but there's also some really cool action sequences. Brian Taylor, the director, is one of my favorite directors of action, and there's some really exciting sequences whipping the camera around. Some Hellboy action sequences like we've never seen before. Really exciting, 360 degrees, zombies coming in from every direction. Some really cool stuff.
Wow. Well, the trailer was like such a tease because like it doesn't really tell us much.
Yes.
So, but we're sensing a little bit of a horror, more on the horror side. So, what can you say about that?
Yeah, I think we're just pretty excited about it. You know, it's nice. The original comic book it's a horror comic book. So it's nice that we kind of get to revert back to the basics and take this iteration and bring it to life the way that it was created.
Yeah, the book is really gnarly. There's some of those
Gory.
illustrations are so vivid, they kind of jump off the page. The Crooked Man particularly, seeing that transformation from the page to the incredible prosthetics work and the incredible performance that Martin gave was a really gratifying journey. It's a creepy book and it's a creepy movie.
Yeah.
So, how familiar were you to the Hellboy comics before this movie?
I loved the Guillermo del Toro Hellboy movies very much as a kid, and then working on this, because I didn't want to be a moron, I didn't want to show up completely naive, caused me to sort of go into deeper in the rabbit hole and sort of read the Hellboy books. So now I've become a huge fan, and this was kind of my gateway into it. So I think this is a great movie for fans of Hellboy, but also if you're not as familiar, it's a great entry point. It was my entry point into the deeper universe.
Entry point too, and I will say what a fantastic first comic to read in this world.
Mike describes the Crooked Man as his favorite. Mike Mignola, the creator of Hellboy, describes the Crooked Man as his favorite of the Hellboy books. So that's a huge responsibility to live up to, but it also, I feel people feel the same way.
But also on that note, it's such a big name, right? I couldn't even pinpoint like when Hellboy came into my life, but when I got the script, I was like, oh, Hellboy, Hellboy, you know?
Yeah, it's so iconic. It's like it exists at this really interesting intersection because it is in many ways an indie comic. Like Mike does everything himself. He sort of sees every book from beginning to end. I think that's amazing. It has a real handmade feel like any good, folk artist. But also Hellboy is ubiquitous in culture. Like everybody knows what Hellboy looks like. It's really the best of both worlds in that regard.
Well, that's great. Well, let's wrap up with asking you, since we are at Comic-Con, which one has been your favorite superhero?
Oh gosh.
You're not gonna say Hellboy,
Hellboy.
huh?
No. I was gonna. Well, I was like, I could maybe. I was like, no, I got it. Hellboy.
Hellboy's a great superhero, but there's also
Yeah.
it's very fun to be here. There's so
Yes.
many like exciting fandoms here. I love House of the Dragon. I love Game of Thrones. I love the
yes.
Marvel stuff.
Yes.
We love it all. It's a real like
Yes,
being
yes.
here is being immersed in so
Yeah.
many different fandoms,
Yeah.
and that's such a gift. And we feel very
Yeah.
proud to be here
Yeah.
representing Hellboy's place in all of that.
Did you guys get a chance to walk around the exhibit hall?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
I'm gonna go tomorrow. I'm so excited.
I went yesterday. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I hope you're going or you went to the Paramount Plus, the launch.
I can't get in over there. The line is huge.
What? I have
Yeah.
a contact.
You have a contact?
Yes.
All right, we'll talk.
So
Yeah.
you can go tomorrow.
I gotta put a
Maybe
cowboy
it's
hat on and
like-
saunter over there. Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah, I don't feel like Yellowstone is very represented over there. They got some Star Trek. They got some SpongeBob.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, this year. Last
Are they branding
year-
people? Are they giving
last
people the
year they
brand
had
over
the
there?
1983.
1883 or 1923. Yeah. There's
Running
both.
track. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a theme, but this time they took over Tulsa Key.
If you go over there, tell you what, meet me at the Paramount Plus activation, and I'll brand you. I'll give you the Yellowstone brand.
I want to get branded.
Okay, you heard it here first. That's legally binding. That's on camera and thus legally binding.
Okay, sounds good. Well, thank you so
Thank
much.
you
for
so
your
much.
time.
What a pleasure.
Great.